Every monetary system eventually reveals what it truly is. Not in white papers, not in price charts, but under pressure. When trust collapses, when surveillance tightens, when money starts lying to you, that's when the difference between Bitcoin, Monero, and Zcash stops being academic and becomes existential. This isn't a comparison of coins. This is a comparison of philosophies. 3 answers to the same question. What should money be when the world stops pretending? Let's start with Bitcoin, because everything else exists in relation to it. Bitcoin is not just an asset. It's not just a network. It's not even just money. Bitcoin is a belief that hardened into math. No founder risk, no mutable supply, no committee that can change the rules when it gets uncomfortable. Satoshi's coins remain untouched, and that single fact anchors the entire mythos. Bitcoin doesn't need marketing. It has history. And history, once written, doesn't ask for permission. This is why institutions converge on Bitcoin. Not because it's flexible, but because it's inflexible. In a world of discretionary policy, Bitcoin is non-discretionary truth. It's why Bitcoin can decouple when equities fall, why it absorbs capital flight during geopolitical chaos, why sovereigns quietly study it. Bitcoin isn't trying to replace the system. It's positioning itself above it. A monetary Switzerland, neutral, untethered, uncorrelated to political credibility. This is why Bitcoin becomes the base layer, not because it's perfect, but because it's final. Monero answers a different question. Bitcoin asks, what is the hardest money? Monero asks, what is money when no one is watching? Privacy isn't a feature in Monero, it's the law. Every transaction private, every balance obfuscated, no optionality, no signaling. Ring signatures, stealth addresses, confidential transactions. This isn't theory, this is battle-tested digital cash. Monero doesn't care if exchanges delist it. It doesn't care if regulators hate it. It doesn't care about narratives. It survives where permissionless value must survive. Peer-to-peer, under pressure, in restricted environments. From a pure privacy standpoint, Monero is unmatched. And in 2026, as surveillance expands, tax pressure intensifies, and capital controls return, privacy stops being ideological and starts being practical. That's why Monero has momentum. That's why usage keeps climbing. That's why it behaves like real money, not a speculative instrument. But here's the limit, and it matters. Monero will never be institutional money. It was never designed to be. It is sovereign cash, not a global reserve. Monero has its place in the stack, a powerful one, but it does not seek dominance. Zcash takes a third path, and it's the most misunderstood. Zcash says privacy matters, but so does compliance. Its ZK snarks are technological art, selective disclosure, auditability, optional shielding. Zcash is privacy with a suit on. This makes it appealing to institutions, regulators, and developers building compliant financial infrastructure. And that matters, because regulated environments don't disappear, they evolve. Zcash could thrive in a world where privacy survives inside regulation, not outside it. But optional privacy is also its weakness. Most users don't shield. Usage lags. And corporate structures introduce governance risk. Founder rewards, VC influence, developer turnover. Zcash innovates faster, but at the cost of purity. It's a bet on a future where privacy is allowed, not demanded. Now, before this gets misunderstood, let me be very clear. This is not financial advice. I could be wrong. Markets don't owe anyone certainty. But speaking purely from a short to medium-term perspective, looking at momentum, real-world usage, decentralization, and current demand for privacy, I personally lean toward Monero. Not because it's louder, not because it's popular, but because it's being used. Zcash may very well outperform in a future where compliant privacy becomes the dominant narrative. Bitcoin will continue to dominate at the global reserve layer. But right now, in this phase of the cycle, Monero looks positioned for strength. That doesn't make it inevitable. It just makes it relevant. And relevance in markets usually shows up before price does. Bitcoin is the foundation, the base layer belief. Monero is the escape hatch, sovereign cash when visibility becomes a liability. Zcash is the bridge, privacy negotiating with power. Different tools, different moments. 90% crashes are always possible. This is a high-risk domain. But one thing is clear. The era of naive money is over. And the future won't be decided by what sounds good, but by what survives pressure. Do your own research, understand the stack, and remember, money doesn't fail all at once. It fails quietly until it doesn't. Thanks for watching. Follow Bull Breza for calm thinking in a noisy market. See you in next video.